da 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 Presenting the Mustang. He got a Mustang. That means he's going to drive it into some crowds. Hey, nice new car. Did you drive it into any crowds yet? So, how many people have you killed with that thing yet?
Yeah. I bet you're gonna go sideways at a car meet and take out a crowd of people.
I'll be sure to stay away from you when you leave a car show.
Just before we start anything, I just want to let you guys know that I love Mustang crowd killer jokes. So before you start firing off in the comments thinking you're hilarious, well, you know what? I'm asking for it. Give it your best friggin' shot. Anyways, let's continue. Hey, what's going on here? I'm trying to make this quick because the bugs are chewing me apart. But hello. Welcome to the channel. It's been a long time since I posted. This is Quinn here, and today I am showing you guys my new car, which you guys can see is a 2010 Mustang GT V8. Got the 4.6 in it with a 5-speed manual convertible. Now, let's get right into the video. Yeah, let me do this first because I find the car looks a lot better like this. There we are. So yeah, if you're looking for a full detailed review of this car, this is not going to be the video for you, but I would stay tuned for the next one. This is going to be more of a personal video saying, hey, this is my car, how much I got it for, why I got the Mustang convertible, and how much I got it for, the amount of kilometers on it, and all that stuff. Because honestly, I was looking for another beater like the Fusion. If you guys didn't already notice from the older videos, the Fusion was a bit of a beater car, and so was the Civic that started this car channel. And I was only expecting on spending $2,000 on a car, and I did not expect to ever get something like this. I'm still a little blown away because it was always my dream to have a muscle car. I always liked Corvettes. I never really thought I'd have a Mustang, but the deal was just pretty good. And yeah, I love the car, and I can't believe it. I just can't believe I have a car like this. It's just crazy. So yeah, 2010 Mustang GT convertible. Let's go over some more stuff. And I just want to let you guys know, if you're into beautiful scenery and just stuff like this here, like at Peggy's Cove, Nova Scotia, at the end of the video, I'm going to do a little talk on what just some of the things I plan on doing to the car, and another reason why I'm not planning on doing anything too crazy to it, and I'll talk to that at the end. And just, if you like beautiful scenery, there'll be some there at the end of the video. Just letting you know. So, I was honestly looking for, again, a bit of a beater. I was looking for cars because the Fusion was falling apart on me, and I needed something to get back and forth to work. Now, at the time, you can buy good, you can get good cars. I was only wanted to spend $2,000, and you can get good cars for $2,000. You can get an old Corolla or an old Civic that's been taken good care of. The problem was, just around here in Nova Scotia, rust really eats away at the cars, and just at the time, of course, when you're looking, you never find the good deals, know what I mean? So I just couldn't find anything in the $2,000 range. So I was going to end up spending a bit more for something newer because I needed something. I was literally driving my mom's car back and forth to work. Again, there's going to be more future mods of this car. Right now, I'm just giving a bit of the backstory. So, I saw this for sale at a dealership in Falmouth, Windsor. Pache Motors, it's called. Just anyone in the Nova Scotia area might be interested to know where I got that from. And I saw it, and they were asking for just about $16,000 for it. And the biggest thing that really made me go, holy crap, was, that's my girlfriend Rhonda over there, by the way. The biggest thing that made me go, holy crap, is that the car only had 38,000 kilometers on it. Now, that in miles is around 23,000 miles, I believe. That's what I calculated out. It was around that much. So that's pretty damn low for 2010. And it also doesn't look like it's ever been winter driven because there's not really any rust on it. You would generally see some rust on it even with that low kilometers, you know, if it's been taken out during the winters. So with that low kilometers, I don't think it was definitely out in the winters at all. So I did a bit of research on the 4.6s. They you know, they don't put out as much power, like compared to a lot of the V8 muscle cars now. They're a little on the slower side. A Hyundai Genesis V6 would probably be just about the same speed as this thing, if not the exact same. It has 315 horsepower and 325 torque. So with all the new numbers you see out with, you know, muscle cars these days, with the new ones putting out 460 for the 5.0, it's a little on the lower side. But again, with a deal that low, you I don't know, I couldn't beat it. Now, another thing too, I have some people like from the States saying, well, that's not a very good deal, like 16,000. Remember too, our dollar, I don't know how much this like affects it. I don't know much about this stuff. But our Canadian dollar, like if you convert it over to USD, this car would have been about 11,000. So if you live in the States, I guess you could probably say that this is an $11,000 car. If going by the fact that I bought it for 16,000, it's crazy. That sucks, eh? Sucks for us when you go over, you got to convert your money over because you lose a lot. So yeah, after I saw the car, before I checked it out, I just did some research on the 4.63 valve. Turns out they're quite the reliable motor, and it's like the last year of the 4.6. So you think over, since it came out in 2005, you think they would tune it up a little bit. Not as reliable as the 2-valve 4.6 that you find in like old Crown Vics and stuff like that. But I hear good things about it. So it doesn't have as much power as the Coyote, but yeah, as you can tell, it also sounds amazing. So yeah, after I did research on the motor and it turns out it was pretty good, I had it out for a test drive. I love the way it drove, and again, of course, I was nuts. I never drove a V8 muscle car before. The fastest thing I drove was a 2019 rental 2.7 twin turbo F150. And yeah, so obviously I was loving that. Never drove a car that handled like that before, and I'm sure there's definitely cars that can out-handle that. I just never drove anything that sporty before. So I loved it, took it out to a garage while I test drive it. They were like, wow, looks really clean underneath, just had to make sure. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's basically the story of how I got the car. Now, I guess we'll just start talking about future plans and things that I want to do to the car. Before I do that, I'll just give you guys a little shot of the interior real quick. The flies are intense out here. Again, got the manual. Love the gauges. Again, in the review video, there's a lot of cool features like cool interior lighting and all that stuff I want to go over. Got the styling bar here. I don't think that came stock on it. I think whoever had the car before me. But sorry, really quick before future plans, I just want to show you guys what's not stock on the car, because I think this car did have a little work to it. First off, just from the beginning clip, just going to get it out of the way because I'm going to start with exterior stuff first, but just going to say, I don't think the exhaust is stock. You heard how it sounded at the beginning, just the way it popped and crackled and all that stuff. Again, I only had the car for a week and a half, so I haven't gotten underneath to look at it or anything, but again, it doesn't sound stock. It sounds a little louder. But again, never had a V8 car before, so, you know, maybe that's just how they come, right? So yeah, the front end, it has headlight splitters on the exterior. I looked at these. I wasn't sure at first if I really liked them, and I wanted to almost take them off right away. But now I gotta say, some people think they're a little on the ricey side, and sure, I see where you're coming from. But honestly, I kind of like how it makes the car look different from anything on the road. It's not too big, it's not too crazy, it's not something too ricey. I don't think. It's just little headlight splitters, and honestly, it's kind of growing on me. So I think I'm gonna keep them there for now. Besides, just if I'm kind of just indifferent about it, it's just more work to take them off, right? So yeah, got the fog lights in the grill there. I really like how they look, and honestly, I'm just gonna go on with future mods as I go around the car here. So those fog lights, I don't know if it's gonna look ricey, but I'm gonna give it a try because I have it at home. I'm gonna put some yellow overlays just to get the yellow fog look going there, just to see how it looks. And just my opinion on the whole front end, I love how this car looks. I love how I do like how the 06s to the 09s got that like class, they're a bit more classy looking, but I like how this sort of keeps the classy look as well that the new ones don't necessarily have. Don't get me wrong, the new Mustangs are beautiful, but it's a little bit more, just a little bit more new looking, but still has that kind of old Mustang look, and the grills and the lights in the fog really give it off like that. So I love the way these cars look, and I always have. Not trying to be biased or anything, but I always really liked how they kind of had a bit of an old retro look, but at the same time we're in a giant boat like the Challenger, if that makes sense. It is a little heavy though, 3,600 pounds. As for the size, so I'm gonna go for a gray and black look on this car. So that might be interesting to see if you want to follow me doing this. I'm probably going to either plasti dip the rims, or because it's a bit of a nicer car, I always did plasti dip, I might actually go a bit more of the expensive route and get them powder coated. So I'm not really sure yet. The GT badge, I'll just plasti dip that black as well, just to give it the whole gray and black look. And kind of matches the soft top as well. I'm probably not going to get other wheels, because another thing, I just got to mention it right now, I don't have too much money. Well, shall I say, I got a little bit saved up from working over a couple of years and just working really hard, but we're looking at getting a house, so I can't go too crazy on putting the mods into this thing yet. Again, gonna be talking about more future mods later. So the taillights, they're definitely not stock. I really like how they look. I always told myself if I got one of the earlier Mustangs, once they facelifted them in 2010, I would upgrade the taillights to the black ones that come on the later years. I think you guys all know what I'm talking about. They have like LEDs that kind of go around each one. My buddy has a 2014 that has them on. He has a V6 auto. Actually, it's a pretty impressive V6, but still, I like the way these look, and I'm honestly probably just gonna keep them because they're really growing on me, and I really like them. I don't think I really need to change to the other black ones that came on the later years. Lula left, Lula left, Lula left, Lula left, Lula left, Lula left. I'm sorry, I just love these turn signals. Hey, now I actually have a reason to use my turn signals, and I'll actually use. No, I'm just kidding. I always use my turn signals, but still. Now I have a reason to use them even more. And just before we end it, rubber right, rubber right, rubber, oh, I just thought of something before we go. Both at the same time. One of the first mods I want to do just for the interior is actually a short throw shifter. Looking at the Barton short throw shifters, or the, oh, what's the abbreviations? There's another one, starts with an M, MC, I don't know, MCG maybe? No, I don't know what it is, but it's an abbreviation. I don't really know the company that well, but I think I might be going that route because I looked at an installation video and some people are saying it's actually better than the Barton. So I might go for the short throw shifter. Not that I have an issue with this one. The throws are kind of long, but I always just wanted to do a short throw shifter just to see the difference, and it's just good YouTube content as well. Let's really quickly look under the hood just to see what's done under there. I don't know if it's stock or not, so if anyone can help me in the comments here, you can let me know. And yeah, just under the hood here, here's the nice 4.6 that we got here. Stock air box. The only thing I think that's really done under the hood here is the strut brace, and I'm not even sure if that was came with the car because it's a convertible, so they wanted to stiffen up the chassis, or if the person put it on. Anyways, it was something that I was looking at doing, but it's already done, so I'll take it. I will take it any day. And again, under the hood and also the exterior, we'll go over more when I do the actual full review of this car. This isn't the full review. This is just me showing it to you guys. So, alright, so just really quick, why the 4.6? This is pretty much the ending of the video here. I'm just going to conclude it up. I'm just around Peggy's Cove area here. I'm not near the lighthouse or the main area. But still, there's just too much people over there, and I hate filming around the public. They're just looking at you, and I just find it weird people looking at you when you're filming. I'm not used to it yet, like other bigger YouTubers. Anyways, so why the 4.6? First of all, I have a lot of people saying the people in the Mustang groups are saying, "Oh, nice car, sick." They got nothing to say. But I find a lot of people like in the Fusion groups, because I used to have a Ford Fusion, are going, "Oh, why didn't you get the 5.0? Oh, the 4.6 is garbage." And every time I ask why, they say because it's just the horsepower numbers are a little lower, and I already mentioned that earlier. But the thing is, coming from a V6 Fusion, coming from before that having a D17 2001 Civic, this is more than enough for me. I know that 315, like I said, 315 horsepower, 325 torque aren't the biggest numbers anymore compared to a lot of the newer stuff, but sure, I would take a 5.0 in this thing, but I just couldn't beat the deal with only 38,000 kilometers, and you know, you're more assured that the engine hasn't been abused, and I would rather buy a 4.6 with 38,000 kilometers than a 5.0 with, say, 180,000 kilometers. Does that make sense? And like I said, having those older never having a fast car before, right now, for now, the 315 horsepower, the 4.6, it's enough for me. I don't need anything else right now. A lot of people as much as I hate to say, I'm not going to be putting any turbos or superchargers on this as of now because, again, I'm saving up money for a house, so I need to do that. And number two, I don't know, it's enough for me right now. I don't need to put all that money into the car, and it's not supposed to be a race car is what I'm trying to say. It's supposed to be a car where I can put the top down and just enjoy the beautiful, as you can see, this nice, beautiful scenic views of Nova Scotia. I always wanted a convertible. I was even considering a Miata at one point. Never thought I'd have something like this, though. Just because one of the things I love to do is just cruise around, and with the top down, it's that much better. I believe it or not, a lot of people are also asking, why the convertible? And the reason is because the same reason. I just want to cruise around with the top down and enjoy the Nova Scotia views. I, myself, actually think that the coupes look a bit better. And sure, if a 5.0 coupe was for sale for the same price of this, I probably would have got that instead. But again, you're just not going to find the deal that I got on this on a 5.0 with that low kilometers. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? And the reason, again, why I'm not going turbo or supercharger or anything like that is just because it's just my daily driver for summer. And right now, it's the only car I have, and I'm saving up my money for a house. So I want to keep it reliable. I want to keep it fun. I want to do things to make it look better. I want to do smaller things to make it drive better. So again, a short throw shifter, stuff like that. Yeah, maybe down the road I'll get a little bored of the power and start adding some different mods, but right now it's just what I need. So yeah, I'm probably not going to do too much for the power mods. I know that's a little uninteresting, but there's got to be other people out there who just want to keep their car relatively stock and just do small little performance things and just things to make their car look better. So I'm sure I'm not alone in that one. You know, I'm just getting a lot of people saying, oh, why aren't you doing this? Oh, we'll put a supercharger on it. Oh, why didn't you get the 5.0? So I just kind of wanted to clear that up. And honestly, again, the 4.6 right now, if you're ever thinking of getting one, it's enough. It's enough power. Now, last thing I'm going to say here is I'm not saying that I'd rather have the 4.6 than the 5.0, but never having a fast car, I sort of feel like the 4.6 was a bit of a safer option. I'm a pretty safe driver, but I feel like the 4.6 is a little less, well, don't get me wrong, if someone was like, hey, want a 5.0 swap this for free, I'd absolutely do it. But, you know, with the 4.6, I'm going to get myself in maybe less trouble. You know, maybe I won't find myself going into a crowd on a YouTube video, because it's fast enough, but it's not like, you know, if you're driving it second at 100 kilometers an hour and you mash it, the rear wheels are going to break loose. Well, unless it's raining. So anyways, that's all I got for this video. Stay tuned for some just nice pictures of the Mustang at the end of the video. And that's all I got. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned if you want to see more on this car. Sorry if I babbled a lot. I'm just sharing the car with you guys. And again, a more professional review of the car, if you're thinking of getting one, will be coming out. I can't tell you when, but hopefully in the next 2 weeks or so. I'll also be doing an oil change, and I'll put that video up as well. Anyways, guys, thank you very much. And just before I go, if you're a tourist and you come to beautiful Peggy's Cove, stay off the goddamn black rocks.